Hello, fellow board game enthusiasts. MangoTownMatt here with MangoTownTravis. I won't tell you who's who. I'll let you decide. And we are going to be playing some Shintai today. Now, Shintai, as you'll see, is a 19 by, I'm just going to guess, 19 by 19 board. And essentially the goal is to place your stones in such a way that you make a connect 5 scenario. Now the twist, this one thing for those of you who have been following MangoTown Plaza's board games, not necessarily only my series, but also some of the ones where Travis and Mike are also playing. Shintai is similar to Gomoku, but the thing that makes it different is every third or fifth move, depending on how you set the rules, you get to move one of your stones to a different location on the board. So it will be very interesting to see how that happens. We are going to play both. We're going to start out with every 5 turns, as everything that I've read says that that makes it a simpler, quicker game. But we are going to play around with every 3 moves too. IG Game Center and Board Game Geek both say that Shintai is a pretty evenly weighted game. It's not more heavily in one player's favor. However, some of the people who have played it have said that the ability to relocate stones can lead to stalemate type situations. I say let's find out. Oh. All right. So how you doing today, Travis?
To me, that doesn't look like it's on a point. It kind of looks like it's in the middle of the point. But... Oh, I'm doing good. Cut open a watermelon.
Oh! It was you cut it open. It was kosher, right? You like blessed it and everything before you cut the watermelon open. Oh, good man.
And I listened to John Coltrane had a new album come out that was found.
Ah, yeah, I was reading about that.
I listened to that.
Hell yeah. Today was officially my last day of school, so.
Hello. I must move one of my stones now. Okay, so and it's also every.
What?
So it's 5. So I would change one on move 5, and you would change one.
Aha! It's every 5 moves, not every. I assumed that it was going to be every 5 moves for each of us, but that makes sense that it's actually every 5 total turns. Oh, crazy.
Yeah, that's art.
Now to be interesting, what's interesting is that I had a really hard time finding any information about Shintai at all. There was some discussion about how in Japanese Shintai means some, and I'm probably going to butcher this, so forgive me if you do speak Japanese, but means something like means essentially something like the sacred object or something, but that has nothing to do with the game that we're playing, insofar as I'm aware. And they're really, I had a hard time even finding anything with regards to history or anything similar to that. So I'll be interested to see if there is anyone who interacts with us. Obviously, with Twixt, we had Payroll who came and played with us, and he was very involved kind of in the community and plays the game regularly, which was cool.
Well, this is, Go Gravatt. We usually get different Go viewers for
Yeah, that's true. I guess it might not be bad then if we can do this after the fact to maybe label this as a Go variant. Include that in the tag.
I have it as Go on Twitch, and I'll probably put it
Cool.
as Go instead of board games on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah, that would make sense. Hoo-wee, MangoTown's going camping next weekend. Color me excited.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Been too long since I spent some time in the woods. I'll tell you what. And it's great that we're going to get literally almost all of MangoTown together.
Yeah, minus Corey.
R.I.P. Never forget.
My mom just talked to me about him now, because Corey's in school with. My mom teaches.
Yeah, yeah.
He's got a 4.0.
I believe it.
Like my mom's teacher friends who teach Corey, like said to my mom at least that he asks really good questions, sits in the front row.
That's the way to do it. I mean, honestly, if you sit in the front row and you pay attention and you ask good questions and you study, school is pretty easy. It's crazy how easy school is when you do like a couple of things.
We're both making the same threat.
Should have known.
Yeah, like, I remember thinking in school all the time, just being like, if I only just did my homework. I did my homework, but like not put it off until like the last minute. If I only did it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know, I was at the last minute too. But like, just my homework. As soon as I got it, pretty much, just did everything. Studied just at least a little bit.
Yeah.
For the stuff, like, it used to be fun.
Yeah, I mean, so much of it just comes down to discipline. Hoo-wee.
So I remember on the 5th move, there was 2 stones down there, and I really didn't want to move my stone.
Yeah, yeah. Which makes sense then why every 3rd move would be really difficult. I'd say let's do one more of the 5, and then we'll see how the 3 goes. Yo, look at this. Are you watching the stream right now? Do you have it up?
It's minimized, but I can pull it up.
Ooh, just pull it up so I can show this to you. I have like the gnarliest. I bumped my hand against a doorway today. And just took off like a huge chunk of my knuckle.
Oh man. Oh
no. Yeah, I mean it wasn't too bad because it didn't hurt when it happened. But I looked down and was like, oh wow, how in the world?
Yeah, because you went first. It does negate, because usually the person who goes first has the advantage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems.
It'd be interesting if there were different size boards as well.
Yeah, I mean, just smaller boards would lead to draws. I mean, draws of more.
Yeah, that's true.
Just more means like it'll play out, and hopefully they'll win.
Yeah.
Like yeah, the size boards will stay in an area. Like there's no point for me to get off somewhere from.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I have to move one. There's one kind of like this with the connect the sides like Twix.
Uh-huh.
Called Slither.
Ah.
I mean, it can be a little bit differently, but it's ghost stones, and I don't know how many turns you move one, but then the goal is to connect the sides.
Cool.
But it's some amount of turns you make it. You move the one that something is on the board.
Uh-huh. We'll have to check it out. That sounds fun. Yeah, man, I wish it would be really cool if you know how like in Star Wars in Episode 4 on the when they're on the Millennium Falcon, they're playing like that chess where it's like hologram.
Yeah.
It'd be great if you could have like an all-purpose hologram board where like we could just have it like USB hooked up to the computer and all the pieces would show up.
Yeah.
So it would mimic playing physically.
Well, I've talked about that on Leech, like, because there's the board editor on Leech.
Yeah, yeah.
And there is, so there is a sandbox on here for certain games.
Oh, cool.
Where it wouldn't really enforce the rules, but like it's just a shared board or so.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, pretty much the same on. People have been talking about that on Leech, where it'd be a shared board editor.
Uh-huh.
It wouldn't enforce the rules, but like you could only move your pieces or something.
Yeah, you could do some cool stuff with that.
Yeah, Mike and I do kind of one of those a month where we could really only play them over the board. And we played one called Massacre Chess and Swap Chess. And Massacre Chess was pretty fun. I mean, it was fun. It was. You filled up the entire board with you each had like 8 of each piece.
Uh-huh.
So it filled up the entire board, and you had to capture. And if you couldn't capture, you lost.
Oh wow, cool.
And then Swap Chess, I thought was really fun. I would love to play that. Or any friendly piece can swap places with other friendly piece.
Ah.
And you can't swap places while you're in check.
Cool. That sounds great. Sounds like it would be a blast.
Next month, Mike, we're going to do any non-attacked piece can move to any non-attacked square. Something like that.
That sounds excellent. I mean, you could end up in some really hilarious situations.
Yeah.
Could you move into check in that case?
No, because it can't. Yeah, you can't move into an attack.
Ah.
I saw this went on. I think I just got it, but I'm not sure. There we go.
Oh yeah, great job.
But luckily, because I have to move my one stone. I guess I could have done that. I was thinking I have to move a stone. So
Here, let me change the rules to every 3 turns. There we go. Cool.
Actually, yeah, moving that stone instead of placing one down does get it. Like, because it is kind of like the pie rule
Yeah.
for white. It pretty much means that, like, how much move? What am I saying? It's like, oh, every 3 moves, yeah. Okay. So why would that matter?
Yeah, I remember the first time that that Alma and I played Go, and like with stuff like Pyrule and other stuff like that, we were like, "Oh, I don't get it. What does it mean?" Both like frantically Googling while we played.
So the pie rule is like, you know, when it's like if you and your, it's traditionally like if you and another person had a piece of cake or pie, one person cuts it and the other person decides on the slice.
That's why you should always cut 50-50.
Yeah, but I mean that's like to make it more fair. And that's just why it's
Yeah.
pie rule.
Yeah.
It's me like pie.
Ooh, I do like pie. I'll tell you what, I made a lemon meringue pie not too long ago, and in the meringue, oh, it's so good. I'll make some at some point this summer.
No, like even pie, like.
Oh.
I think 2 or 3 Thanksgivings ago, I had quite a lot of pie.
Nice.
But I know. I'm trying to remember if it was the other week.
But I made a lemon meringue pie, and when I made the meringue, I put like an ounce of apricot liquor, apricot rakia, in the meringue, and you couldn't even tell that it was alcohol. It just tasted like apricot. So you had like a delicious apricot meringue on top of the tart lemon.
Yeah, that's a do. I definitely love fruit much more than.
Oh, absolutely. I like certain ones.
Yeah, I mainly didn't eat pie because I would just generally only eat the fruit parts. And
Yeah.
so I was just, but I mean, when I was a kid.
Of course.
So, yeah, so that's why I didn't really eat much pie as a kid, and I just didn't eat it for a while. Like, I don't think, like, when I was in college I really had pie, but yeah, like a year or 2 ago.
Yeah.
I had quite a lot, and then I haven't had since.
Yeah.
At least during that, like, Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I make pie every once in a while. If I don't make fruit pies, I tend to make my grandma has a recipe for a chocolate pie that you just pop in the freezer. Really easy, it takes like maybe 10-20 minutes to make. If you have a pre-made crust, it takes maybe 30 to 40 if you don't. Or I do have one recipe that's really good. It's like super peanut butter pie. You make the crust. You basically make like a peanut butter cookie, and then you fill it with like a peanut butter mousse and put a chocolate ganache on top. Ooh, delicious. But it's also really, really rich. It's like you have one piece and you're like, ugh.
Grasshopper and I made really good cheesecake.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Cracker crust and just oh man. I think he had it at his grandmother's recipe or something.
Hell yeah, we made that a couple times too. Put rosemary in it once with some lemon. Ooh, who knew that rosemary and lemon could be such a good dessert combination? Basil and peach is another one that's pretty good. Yum. Mint and cream. It's interesting how herbs work both in savory dishes and in sweet dishes.
We gotta think of some of the games we made when I left. play while we're camping. We want to do any of that. Like,
Yeah, totally. I mean, I have.
like looked at barbell, stuff like that.
Oh yeah, yeah, that'd be great. More bar would be great.
So because I know I've been thinking about, like, because chess is technically possible, like, because I'm going to bring a notebook problem.
Yeah.
So I could probably grid paper. So I could have, yeah, I mean, I could just draw on a chessboard and then have cut up paper pieces.
It'd also be really fun though to like spend an hour making a chessboard in the woods and like finding things to use as pieces, and then you could leave it there and people would come by and be like, "Whoa."
We can also make a giant one out of sticks. Like, just make a stick grid on the ground.
Yeah, hell yeah. That'd be really fun. More bar would be good. Obviously, like cards and stuff. Might be good to bring like a book or two as well in case of like rains or something.
Oh, definitely.
Have to find something good though, something that's easy and accessible to everyone. We read Watership Down last time.
Well, yeah,
for those of you.
We read out loud one time. I mean, I would personally, I usually prefer, like, if it was raining, I would prefer, yeah, just be in the hammock and.
It is your turn.
It's not showing as my time. And our clocks aren't moving to me. It's like, I don't know, refresh or something. What's my clock showing?
Your clock's showing 4:32, but it is also still running. It does say connection okay for me, so it might just be that the move is taking a little while to go through. Your name though right now is Gray.
Yeah, I exited out of it and I'm trying to join again and it's not.
Weird. Yeah, let me just I'll just resign and do a rematch.
No, I'm not yet. I mean.
Okay.
Because right now it's saying IG Games Close. Like it's IG Games that are not there.
Oh really? Huh. What can you do?
It's never happened before. That's kind of weird.
That is weird.
I mean, I know there's like there has to be slight updates and stuff like that. But like,
That's true.
I'm back on the site. Double click, maybe. Not sure. I'm on the site at least.
Yeah, that's good.
As long, I mean, I might run out of time. But
No, it's not. I mean, I'm seeing your clock says it's moving, but it's not subtracting time.
yeah, I'm trying to get back on the site again.
Weird. Yeah, I guess the other thing we'll need to figure out about a MangoTown camping adventure is whether or not we are going to do multiple sites or not.
Well, where we're going, I think it's less than an hour walk away from each other.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be an internet problem because I'm on Discord.
Yeah. Discord is having no connectivity issues.
And get on other websites. So yeah, it is. I guess I would say maybe try getting out of that game.
Yes.
And then we're not that far in.
Do you want me to just like exit out and start a totally new one, or do you want me to just hit start new game and see if that?
Well, currently, like I'm pushing IG Games. I'm going to the link and.
All right, then I'll open up a new one real quick. Sorry for the technical difficulties, folks. It's so I opened up the new game. It should be open. It's getting windy. Getting windy in Travis Town. Oh yeah. Are you able to see the game?
Still not on it. I mean, it just takes forever to load, and it says it can't be reached.
Weird. I'm in a move of extreme irregularity. I'm going to run to the restroom really quick while you figure it out. Enjoy this art on the wall, on my wall, while I evacuate. Any luck? Do you want me to try and find another site?
I don't think we have it. And I mean, we haven't made a cancel.
Yeah, that's true. Well, you want to talk about some stuff?
Yeah, we can. I guess we get in this game and still talk if you want, but I don't know. I still know. Yeah, I'm trying this on a different computer, and it's.
Yeah, that is strange. Very strange. Here, actually, let's try this. I will, let me send you the new link for the new room that I'm in. I'll send it to you on Discord. There you go, sir.
It's loading very slowly.
So slow.
Yeah, I mean, just like the. Yeah.
'Tis a shame. But no worries. Yeah, we got a couple of games in with the 5. And we can always come back to it again in person together, which would be great. I'm going to be home on Monday. So that'll be good. Good times. So I've been mulling this over. And it's an interesting and very complicated issue, Travis. But I'm curious to see what your thoughts are. So, there was that newsroom shooting. I think it must have been yesterday, or maybe this morning. I'm not sure. I'm ahead of you time-wise, so I'm not sure when stuff happens. And then, like, very recently, I think, like, the day before that, you had, and now I haven't read into this too much, so I'm certainly not as informed as I could be. I think that is definitely a byproduct of our access to infinite amounts of information on the internet. But apparently, there was a whole thing with Milo Yiannopoulos where he was apparently calling for people to shoot journalists. So I've been thinking about it in the context of free speech. And so I'm curious to hear what your thoughts are, Travis.
Well, I mean, you can't call for killings. I mean, that's not a protection of free speech.
Yeah.
So.
Right. Now from what I understand, and again, to defend my lack of knowledge, my unknowledge, I'm not as fully well read on this as I should be. But as I understand it, he then defended himself by saying like, it was trolling. It was trolling. But I don't know. I think it might kind of be like yelling fire in a public place. Obviously, there's some differences in nuance there, but.
Yeah, it's hard. I haven't heard of this. I mean, I really haven't really read. I mean, yeah, I don't pay attention to Milo Milo.
No, I don't either. I just came across it. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he is. Well, I mean, he is a known like provocateur.
Yeah.
In that say things, but I think, I mean, so also, I think it was like Madonna said she was gonna blow up the White House.
What?
Like, and I think that was during the Women's March.
That's wild.
So, I mean, of course, I don't think he should say that, and anyone.
Of course.
Just like, oh, it's a joke. I mean, when you say things like that, you have to almost like, even with him and being who he is.
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna say this and it's a joke, you have to almost be stupidly obvious, and even then, like, you're still gonna reap the consequences of doing that.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it is not loading. So I don't know.
Well, then it is a good thing we have stuff to talk about.
Yeah. That's really never happened with IG Game Center, because I mean, I do hope to I would promote the site.
Yeah, definitely.
I am. Like a huge.
Yeah, I will say I do wish that IG Game Center was secure. They don't use HTTP or anything. HTTPS.
Yeah, we just said how hard it was to get Google tracking.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank goodness for that.
Yeah, I mean, it is. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that we just did it. It's just.
Yeah, definitely.
That hard to do.
Yeah.
And most sites. I mean, yeah, I use YouTube. I mean, almost any site I regularly use. So. Can you just exit out of IG Game Center and come back in? I don't know why. Yeah, I can use every other internet.
I actually already did that. I didn't have IG Game Center pulled up. I just had the window for. How about this? Why don't you go to IG Game Center and start a game?
I can't even get into IG Game
Center. Oh, really? Weird. Yeah, I'm having no.
Loading up, but when I go to IG Game Center, it just loads continuously, and it says it can't reach. But every other website I'm trying, that's not the case.
Weird.
Same. I could try not
Yeah, I mean, you might as well give that a shot, and it'll be our last ditch effort.
I
Ooh, I bought some plums today. Now they're not the big purple round ones that you have. They're a little more, I guess, oval shaped. But I was like, huh, that's like, all right. It's not too expensive for plums, and so I grabbed. They had like a big plastic container of them, and I weighed it, and I think I paid like 75 cents or $1 for like probably like 15 to 20 plums. And I was like, boy, I love fruit. I tell you what.
Yeah, the different browsers have me here. It says it can't find the server.
Oh, weird.
Which I know, like, Leechess does updates, and then sometimes you just
Yeah.
get kicked off the server
Yeah.
momentarily. But I mean, if you can use it, and I don't know. Yeah, like I said, it's never happened. So
Yeah, it is strange. I mean, I would imagine that it's not internet related because, I mean, the internet I'm running is significantly slower than what you're running.
yeah, and yeah, I can open up every other website I've tried.
No worries, though. I think I'm gonna end the stream and we can just we'll continue to chat on our own time. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Sorry for the trouble. Hope you enjoyed the few games that we played. Tune in next week because next week, ladies and gentlemen, MangoTownMatt and MangoTownTravis are gonna be together. Finally reunited. It's gonna be sweet. Catch you on the flip side.